So number 11, okay, of the major pros for buying a franchise here, funding is available. You have financial assistance and access to investors. How important is this?
I wouldn't say necessarily access to investors. I will say financial assistance.
Okay.
What's going to happen is when you have an FDD, franchise disclosure document, hopefully you're starting to see the theme there, and you have documented financials and a documented accounting, what will happen is you will eventually become an SBA compliant, a Small Business Administration compliant business, meaning that the SBA loans, the Small Business Administration loans, commonly referred to as the SBA loans, where the SBA will say, hey, bank, if you lend money to any business that is SBA approved, we will guarantee the loan, meaning that the bank's only on the hook for like 10 to 20% of the whole loan. The rest of it's guaranteed by the government. So it's a situation where the banks love doing SBA loans because they're not on the hook for very much of it. I mean, if the customer defaults, and again, if the customer defaults, the bank now is out the money, and they have to now try to collect. Well, if they know it's a franchise, they know the franchise doesn't want you to fail because if they fail, it goes on their FDD and it hurts their reputation. They know, one, that probably won't happen. Two, they know if it's SBA compliant, the Small Business Administration has taken a look at it and they have audited financials that are healthy, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the point is you're now able to get funding faster because banks love SBA compliant loans. Now, if you're going to go out there and start like a pretzel truck tomorrow and you're going, Marshall, I got this idea for this pretzel truck. And you go, well, Clay, what's the name of it? I don't know, but it's going to be a pretzel truck for America. You know, and you're going, can you calm down? Yes. You know, well, Clay, what's your business plan? My plan is to sell pretzels. I buy them low, I sell them high, and I sell a lot of them because they're pretzels for America. You know, eagle themed. They'll be in the shape of eagles, Marshall. And you're like, how do you do that with a pretzel? Marshall, don't question me. You know, you get a lot of entrepreneurs like that who are doing their American themed pretzels or something, and bankers are kind of going, you're definitely going to fail here, but I don't want to be mean to you, so we'll get back with you. You know, that kind of thing. And so the SBA compliant is like a stamp of approval, therefore releasing more funds available to you.
Okay, so banks are more willing, or they feel better about providing you the funds for the business.
And investors, like individual investors. See, the franchise won't supply investors. But let's say like your father-in-law or your brother-in-law,
sure,
or your mom or your dad or your neighbor. A lot of top entrepreneurs have to borrow some money from some family to get started. I mean, Walt Disney borrowed money from family. Sam Walton borrowed money from his wife, Helen. It was his wife, Helen's father, and who lived in Claremore, Oklahoma. Big shout out to Claremore, Oklahoma. What's the name of their team? Like they have the Fighting Zebras or something. The Fighting Sailors. Anyway, Claremore. He borrowed money from Helen's dad in Claremore, Oklahoma.
Red and white striped zebra.
The red and white striped zebras, the Claremore Zebras. But anyway, he borrowed money from Helen's dad. That's how he started his business. A lot of entrepreneurs. People forget Amazon. Jeff Bezos, his parents cleaned out their savings, $300,000 they put in to Amazon to get started. They believed in their son. So it's a little easier to believe in you when you're buying a franchise because your parents can go, honey, I know he's a little crazy, but it's sports clips. They're everywhere. I'm sure he can't screw that up. And then your mom's going, he sleeps on the couch. I don't want to invest in him. He sleeps on the couch. He's got to get a job. And dad's like, just give him the money. It's a sports clips. He won't fail. You know, but it's a little more credible when you buy a franchise.
Okay, so number 11, funding is available. Okay, ooh. Number 12 is reduction of risk. The power of the franchise disclosure document. You've alluded to this. You know, what is the reduction of risk? Somebody's thought through this. And if you do the research and you really get into it and you look at the numbers, I'm not going to make up a number here for you because I want to make sure that everything we say is vetted, and we'll put the stats up on the screen here. But the failure rate of franchises is a lot lower than that of the average small business. Most small businesses just don't make it beyond the first year due to lack of planning, lack of thought, lack of capital, lack of team, resources, technology, all of the above. But because you have these 18 things working for you, your chance of failure goes down quite a bit, your probability of failure. And again, that's just a situation where risk is not always, you want to minimize your risk, you know? So if you're going to buy a franchise, it just really does reduce your risk of failure. Okay, so you're reducing the risk of failure. Number 12.